What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are back with some more Blazers My GM, and today is going to be one of the most depressing episodes of all time for me. Today we are going to be doing it. We're trading Damian Lillard away, and I think it's the right move to do. So if you guys are enjoying this series, leave it a like. Of course, subscribe if you're new. Leaving a like on this series helps me know you guys still want to see it, so greatly appreciate if you could do that. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? We put the Blazers GM cap on and we can get started. So if you saw the last episode, you know what happened. If you didn't, I encourage you to go see it. But basically, in the second round, we were up 3-0 on the Los Angeles Lakers, and we blew a 3-0 lead. And we lost to LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. So today, our last episode, I asked you guys if we should trade Dame. Most of you guys said we should. And I think I agree. I think we're in a good position to where we could trade Damian Lillard, get the assets we want, and then we have some guys that can replace Dame. So Simon's, of course, in the backcourt. And then we also have a guy named Ty Washington we got in the second round, who was actually really incredible for us in the playoffs. Now, it doesn't show in the regular season because he barely played last year. But in the playoffs, this man was incredible, and I think we could start him right away, and he'll be great. And then, obviously, we got John Collins for this reason as well. We thought he could fit into either timeline of the team, whether we wanted to compete now or go compete later, basically, I guess. So John Collins fits that, in my opinion. Simons is just 1 year younger than him, and I think we also might trade Yusuf Nurkic away. So I think I might start with the Nurkic trade just because I think it'd be a lot easier, and then we'll go with the Damian Lillard trade. I'm not really sure what I want for him. I got to keep in mind he is on a 1 year contract. I think he has a player option attached to it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so he's basically on a 2 year deal. So, and he's 33 years old. So we're not going to get like an Anthony Davis type trade package, but I think you could still obviously get something for Dame. Still was playing at a high level. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and do the most depressing thing of all time for me. And yeah, the man averaged 27. So I still think we get something really good for him. So I think I'm going to be making this trade with the Dallas Mavericks for Yusuf Nurkic on a 1 year contract. Maybe a little overpaid as well. And we get a second round pick out of them. And we get a young Kendall Brown who averaged 9 points per game for them last year. So they're only trading one young player to us. So basically, it's Kendall Brown, second round pick for Yusuf Nurkic, and we're going to make that trade happen. So we get another young piece of the puzzle in Kendall Brown, and that'll be nice. So obviously now we have a couple of wing players. Josh Hart also probably be somebody we don't re-sign. I think it's time for just let him go. He does have a team option, so technically we could accept the team option and trade him away. But I'll probably just let him walk in free agency, and then we have Keegan Murray, and now we obviously add Kendall Brown on top of that. So next is going to be the Damian Lillard trade. Now, I really have to think this over because obviously we want to get as much possible for him in the most realistic way. So when I think about teams that could maybe use a guy like Dame, obviously the 76ers have James Harden, so they probably are not going to be in the market to do that. I mean, they technically could give me like Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, but I just don't think that makes sense for them. And then you got the Bucks who, you know, they don't really have anybody I'd be interested in. The Bulls, maybe we can get like a Patrick Williams out of them, but again, it's not really enticing me. Cleveland would be cool as well, but I think I want to walk away with a center as the main piece of the puzzle. Maybe if we could find that, I'm not sure we'll be able to. Technically, we could go to Boston, who could use a point guard, I guess, if they want to start Derek White anymore. We could take Robert Williams as our center, but I don't know if I love that either. The Clippers, Paul George, Kawhi, you know, obviously nothing really can happen there. Don't want Steven Adams. Capella on Kongwu would be cool. And then Kyle Lowry, we got Bam Adebayo. So, I mean, there are some options here. We do have to trade Damian Lillard, though, to find the best piece possible. I will use the trade finder first, and then after that, I will probably look and try to make my own trade, because I do want to walk away with a young center out of the trade, or just a young piece in general, if nothing else, I guess. So hopefully we can find that, and we'll be looking all good. So I'm going a little crazy here with this trade I'm making for Damian Lillard. It is going to be a 3-team trade that involves Andrew Wiggins, or I guess I should say it involves the Atlanta Hawks and the Golden State Warriors with us, obviously. So I'm going to be sending Dame back to his home state in California over to the Golden State Warriors. That obviously gives them a really freaking nice team. And we get back in return James Wiseman, the 14th overall pick, a future first, and Alondes Williams. And we're also getting a future first from the Atlanta Hawks, while the Warriors simply replace James Wiseman with Clint Capella. So I think this trade could make some sense. Obviously, 3-team trades do not go through correctly in 2K. They never do, but so I'm going to be overriding this, but this is the trade I'm going to make. We get James Wiseman in return, who obviously has been a little unproven, hasn't been able to play too much with the Golden State Warriors, but I'm going to take a chance on him in the game. Obviously, in real life, it would be a little hesitant to do so, but I am going to be making this trade, and we're going to be back in the lottery, and we're getting ourselves a young center out of the puzzle, which also really entices me. So I'm going to make this trade go through. Golden State Warriors and Atlanta Hawks have agreed to your trade offer, and just like that, we have officially traded Damian Lillard away. So now when you take a look at the team, we got John Collins, Anthony Simons, James Wiseman joins the mix here in Portland. Obviously, Keegan Murray, EJ Liddell, Ty Washington. I mean, I'm really excited about the young squad that we do have on the team. So we can obviously add to that with that 14th overall pick we acquired in the Damian Lillard trade. We also have the 25th pick as well, which I should have mentioned from the Atlanta Hawks. So we get rid of Dame, and I think we come away pretty decently for his age and what he was still able to accomplish. So we look in the draft, you have Amari Bailey on the board, who also makes a lot of sense here, which I think is who I'm going to take with this selection. So Amari Bailey with my 14th overall pick, and then with our 25th overall pick, we can go ahead and probably grab a center, I would think. So let's see if we can find that here. So we have Christie, Rice, we got Brunt. I need a big man. I think we need another big man in the mix. Huntley Hatfield can maybe play at center. We could maybe do that. Or we got Johan Schroer. I want to take Huntley Hatfield, I think. So I'm going to take Huntley Hatfield with this pick, 6'10". And just like that, we come out of the draft feeling pretty good. Number 14, we got Amari Bailey. And at number 25, we got a young power forward in Huntley Hatfield, who I might move to center. So Amari Bailey, Huntley Hatfield, welcome to Portland. We're going to actually decline Josh Hart. I don't think there's any reason to keep him. Liddell, Washington, Keon Johnson, Oscar, who I forgot we had as well. And then we also got Santee from the trade for Eric Gordon, I believe, if I remember correctly. So qualifying offers, Trendon Watford will probably go ahead and extend, and LB will extend on as well. So for free agency, I mean, we could be big spenders, I think. I think we have money. I mean, we did pay Anthony Simons. If we take a look at our, money right now, our money situation as of right now, if I can find it anyway. I always struggle finding this. Okay, there it is. Salary cap breakdown. So, Anthony Simons and John Collins are both getting paid, so I forgot about that. James Wiseman will be a restricted free agent next offseason, so we'll have to make money for him. Amari Bailey joins the mix, Keon Johnson, Kendall Brown, and we're also going to have ammunition for a trade as well, which is also really good in the future. So look at the team right now. Washington will get the start at point guard. Keon Johnson will be here, and Londez Williams will be here for an opportunity. Then you got Anthony Simons and Amari Bailey as maybe our sixth man of the team. Keegan Murray, Kendall Brown, and then John Collins, EJ Liddell, Brandon Huntley Hatfield, and you got James Wiseman and Oscar. So, I mean, free agency, I don't think I'll be doing anything, really. I really don't think I'll be doing much. I think I'm going to be content. I think I'm going to move on. And I think that was going to be pretty much the episode. I mean, we might jump into our first game of the season. I think that could be fun to just kind of end it off there. But we traded Damian Lillard away, and I don't think there's anybody I want to sign in free agency, so I'm just going to go straight to play progression, and I'm going to be fine with that. So I'm going to roll with the young squad that we have. LB and Watford are back, so John Collins up to an 87. Simons is an 83 or 85. Wiseman's 84. So I'm feeling pretty good. I like where we are going now that Damian Lillard is gone. Like I said, Washington gets a chance to start. Simons is going to still be probably the star here, and then, of course, Wiseman coming over, getting opportunity as our brand new center, I feel pretty good about as well. So we can load our 2024 draft class. And we can look at the rotation going into the season. So power ranking is going to let us number 22 after obviously trading Damian Lillard away. But if we run a 9-man rotation, no reason to run 10. We're going to have Washington starting at point guard. Anthony Simons at the 2. It's going to be Keegan Murray at the 3. John Collins at the 4. Wiseman at the 5 now, which I love. EJ Liddell, Amari Bailey, Kendall Brown, and Londez Williams. So definitely a very young rotation, and I'm really happy with it. Proficiency is still 3.5 perimeter centric. And we'll leave it there. So I think we'll jump into our first game. And funny enough, it's going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Next episode, though, we do have to get into a game where we play the Golden State Warriors. Dame returns to Portland or something like that. That's got to be a fun one. So let's go ahead and jump into our first game of the season to end off the episode after trading Damian Lillard away. And obviously, the Lakers beat us really badly. We're probably going to lose a lot of games this year, I would imagine. But you never know. Maybe we can start off with a win to start things off. And we are going to lose 113 and 127. John Collins with 24, 37 from LeBron James, and they have Porzingis now as well. Can we beat the Spurs? Yes, we can. 130 to 125. Wiseman with 32, which is awesome, and then Keon Johnson with 28. Let's go to our next game against Chicago, and we are at home for this one. Let's see if we can maybe beat the Chicago Bulls in a close one. Like I said, this next season will probably be bad, I would imagine. But this will be a close one that we can maybe hop into and watch the last 3 minutes to end it off. So let's go ahead and hop in. Just a regular season game. Obviously, the episode of today was trading Damian Lillard away. We did that. And honestly, we might just simulate to the end of next season, next episode, just because this will be a rebuild year. But hey, maybe we could surprise people. You never really know. Let's see what happens, though, jumping into this game here. So it is a 104 to 104 ball game. Chicago Bulls start off with the ball. They're going to pass it out to Vucevic. It's our young Blazers team going up against a Chicago Bulls team that's probably looking to compete this year. They're going to pass out to Williams. Watford's going to fill in over there. I think that's Watford. Or that might be Kendall Brown, actually. Never mind. And I gotta learn. Oh, that's Amari Bailey and Washington. So you have Washington, I think Oscar and Simons on the. If I can learn, I need to learn my guys because obviously this is a young team here in Portland now. Caruso trying to get a 3, does not go in. Amari Bailey and transition getting some valuable minutes here down the stretch. Let's see if we get a nice possession out of this. We get a screen, not gonna go anywhere. Washington's trying to dribble around Lonzo. Is gonna pass out to Oscar, I believe. And this might be Lydell actually, and he misses. So let's go ahead. 31 is Lydell, my apologies. So that's EJ Lydell, and then he's going to pass it out to Patrick Williams, who gets a nice basket for the Chicago Bulls. It is now 106 to 104. Anthony Simons is going to be dribbling it up now. Let's see if we can make something happen on this possession, but we have to call a timeout first and talk it over. So coming out of the timeout, obviously we're down 2 right now, so we definitely need a good possession here. Going to pass it to Simons. Simons is trying to make something happen, almost getting double teamed. Wiseman's going to give him a screen, and then Simon's going to pass it back to Wiseman, and Wiseman gets stripped down low. So far, not great. And then we got Williams again in transition, knocks down Lydell, and then misses the basket. Would have been almost a highlight reel there, but thankfully, he was not able to finish it off. Washington's going to go ahead and dribble it up. Let's see what he's going to do on this possession. We got to pass it to Simons again. Simons, you are the star of the show now, man. I need you to take over. We're going to pass it to Wiseman down low on the mismatch. He's going to shoot over to Rosen. Does not go in. So far, this basketball I've seen has not been great, obviously, for us. So hopefully that changes here soon. They have Kobe White here as well. And Chicago's going to take it mid-range, misses. We get a rebound. We're still only down 2. So we are getting good defensive stops, but it is not leading to any good offensive possession. So we need to get a possession here. We almost got a screen from Wiseman. He's going to turn it over. And again, I think this just comes with the young and inexperience we are witnessing. Vucevic is wide open. He's going to miss it, though, thankfully, and it's still a 2-point ball game. So despite the terrible basketball, we are still in this. So let's see if we can make something happen on this possession. Washington, once again, trying to make something happen. Going to pass it to Wiseman. This time it is not stripped, and this time it is a tie ball game as Wiseman ends up getting in the basket, 106 to 106 to tie it up. Chicago Bulls out of the timeout. We're going to pass it out to Dyson Daniels. I assume they don't have Levine anymore. I don't see Levine out here at all. So Wiseman, Vucevic, good defense, and that is how you play defense. Okay, we are just in this game, 106 to 106. We're back in it. Keegan Murray is out here now. We got Simons. Can he get a screen? No, he's not going to take one. Let's see. It's 13 seconds left to shot clock. We're just going to go straight down to Wiseman again. Not sure I love this. He's going to get Vucevic popping up in the air, and just like that, Wiseman takes the lead, 108 to 106. Wiseman has 27 points tonight, so no wonder why we're running the offense through him. So just like that, the guy we got out of the Damian Lillard trade is definitely showing out for us. Wiseman with a nice block as well. 108 to 106. James Wiseman, excellent acquisition over from Golden State so far in this game. Washington can maybe go ahead and put the dagger on this. No, we're going to go to Wiseman again. He's got a double team in Washington for 3. It's going to go in, 111 to 106. 5-point ball game. Love the basketball being displayed in this last minute or so. Earlier it was horrible, but now we are back on track. Now it is a 5-point ball game. Chicago Bulls out of the timeout with no timeouts left. Williams almost turned it over with the 5-second violation. They're going to pass it to Kobe White. Going to almost get a screen from Vucevic. Decides no. Wiseman tried to stop Vucevic. Now we have to talk it over. 111 to 108 though. We're only up 3, so I'm going to come straight out of this timeout. I'm going to trust what Coach Billups has us to do. Maybe we got to fire Billups eventually if we need to, but for now, he is the head coach here. I don't know why I brought that up, but regardless, let's go ahead and pass it to Simons, and we're going to foul. They're actually going to play they're playing the foul game. What am I talking about? There's no time on the clock. So I think with this, if he makes both of these, this should be game over, and we should be up 5. We actually have to get one more stop, I would imagine, so the game is technically not over yet. If Chicago gets a 3 here, it could become interesting. But let's see what they come out here. If we get a stop, this game should be over. Kobe White trying to make something happen here. Gonna shoot a 3. Good defense. And just like that, we get the defensive rebound. And that should be all she wrote, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be back with another one, of course. Damian Lillard is officially gone. Let me know what you guys saw of the trade. But for now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.